Postseason preparations. A peek at the players getting themselves warmed up. A lot is on the line. The tip-off just moments away. Desperation hangs in the air. One team looking to advance to the next round. The other looking to force a Game 6. What will happen? These are the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Orlando Magic. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Take a look at the Pistons. They thought they'd be up 3-1 at this time. Instead, they find themselves in a win-or-go-home scenario. This is unexpected, huh?
And Kevin, this is why they play the games. On paper, this wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe they got a little complacent. Maybe this raucous home crowd can snap them out of this trance that they seem to be in.
Well, they need something, that's for sure.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Out to Thompson for the three. Tries again. And Duren lays it in.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high-motor player.
Now, here's Wagner. Carter looking around. And the first shot of the night for him missing. And it's Detroit's ball. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, we're talking about a 6'10 wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now, here's Banchero. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky. Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
To Stan, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill, and he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact, and he will also create shots for his teammates.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Stepping in from the line. It's easy money for Bane there.
On the wing, Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Harris kicks to Robinson. Cunningham inside. He's covered by Suggs. Just 4 to shoot. The putback, and Duren is right there.
Perfect timing by Duren, making sure he finishes strong.
Outside, Bane. Back to Suggs. Carter with the screen. Suggs against Cunningham. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Off target from the wing. Detroit leading by 4. Thompson looking for an opening. And here's Harris from the arc. Good on the triple.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here is Robinson after the Magic pick up 2. The kick out to Cunningham. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Shoots over Wagner. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Banchero. The shot from the low post is good.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Thompson outside. Duran with a screen on Banchero. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Harris has got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look here for Detroit. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Asar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Duncan Robinson. A minute 20 left to play here in the first. Inside, here's Bitadze. And Bitadze throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Jenkins. Back to Cunningham. To the inside. Shot's good by Duran. 6 points here for Jalen Duran.
Well, this is where Duran looks to score. And it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Banchero left side. Six to shoot. Fades back. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Harris. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He's got 8.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here's Black. He has yet to score. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Banchero. It doesn't go for him. And here's Huerter outside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Pistons ahead, leading by 8. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Kevin, back to you.
A young, exciting team. Allie, we thank you very much. And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duran and Asar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound space. Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Banchero with the screen. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves indeed. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. Thompson for the triple. Rebound by the Magic. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
Well, it wasn't a pretty game as far as shooting goes, but ugly wins count just the same.
Suggs against Cunningham. That one's not going to go. Suggs with some nice defense. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Batanze the pass to Banchero. He nails it, and we're tied up. That's now 8 points for Paolo Banchero.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
To the paint. It's stolen by Suggs. Banchero outside. Here's Batanze. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
And, Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Harris, right side. Robinson kicks to Thompson. Pass to Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Well, give Stewart room at the arc at your own risk. He'll stretch the floor whenever he can.
Batanze against Stewart. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Harris outside. It's stolen by Banchero. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in. Detroit with the ball. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Harris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 10 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Wagner against Harris. Up top, Wagner. Still without a basket. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Suggs missing. Detroit leading by 4. Harris outside. Cunningham outside. Back to Harris. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And so far, Harris is having his way on offense. The defense just has not found an answer for his energy on that end.
Now, here's Wagner. That one falls. He's got 5.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
On the wing, Thompson. Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Cunningham against Suggs. Wagner outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
On the wing, Harris. He's defended by Wagner. With the fadeaway. Harris misses. Bain looking around. Over Thompson. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pistons lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey folks, first half of Game 5 in the books. It's been a tight contest for the Orlando Magic.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who were brought up playing the game this way.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. Guys, if you had to come up with one word to describe their situation in this series, what would it be?
Question for the panel. Is long shot one word or two?
Yes.
It's not looking good.
Well, I think it's long hyphen shot. So,
let's pretend it's one word.
well, Cancun, that's the word that they should be thinking about.
Well played, well played. We'll see how they do. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
There must be ice water in his veins. Such an important game, and he plays superb basketball in that opening half.
Yeah, kind of what you expect from a guy of his caliber. Don't be surprised if his second half is just as good.
Detroit with the ball. They lead by 1. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Banchero. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
And stolen by Wagner. Here's Suggs, and he uses the glass on the layup. Suggs has got the lead up to 1 now for Orlando.
Well, you got to credit the quick thinking on that play from Wagner, seeing a chance to grab the steal and swiping it.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here are the Magic now. After the basket by Detroit. Hands it from downtown. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now here is Harris. He's got 14. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Now Suggs. He's got 5. Payne, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Cunningham. Harris against Banchero. Harris, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Kevin, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. Now, here's Wagner. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
On the wing, Harris. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Good on the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Payne kicks to Wagner. It's good from long range. Wagner's got 6.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon. And it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Now, here's Bankero. Bain, no good. Thompson outside. Harris finds Cunningham. Back to Harris. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 5. Outside Robinson from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Down low. And there's Wagner on the assist by Bain. 8 points for Franz Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jenkins, he's checked in for Cade Cunningham. Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. Jenkins, the pass to Duren. Lobbed up there for Robinson. And stolen by Wagner. Pass to Black. Inside. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Well, look, everyone likes a flush. Carter Jr. showing his force.
And Jenkins kicks to Robinson. Here's Duren. Now here's Jenkins. Buries the long-range jumper. Jenkins got his first 3 points of the game.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Pass to Bankero. Carter with a screen on Harris. To the paint. It's tipped. Back the pass to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Duren pulls it in. Pistons trail by 6. To the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Pass to Bain. Lets it go with a 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Thompson with it. Defended now by Wagner. Now Duren. Over to the left wing. Jenkins. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Well, if you overplay Bain on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Harris looking it over. Over Bankero. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Here's Bitadze. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Suggs. And it's blocked.
Great recognition from Stewart. I like seeing him use his length and size to make an impact on defense.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Suggs. It's rebounded by Herter. Pistons trail by 6. Pass to Holland. And here is Jenkins. Here's Holland. And here's Herter. He's defended by Wagner. To the inside. Here's Holland. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now, here's Wagner. To the right side. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Stewart. Now here's Herter. He's covered by Suggs. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Black with it. Kicks it out to Wagner. No good on the triple. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Holland. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Cunningham against Wagner. To tie it up. And Cunningham with a nice bucket inside. Cunningham's got it all tied up now for the Pistons. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Robinson is subbed in for Jenkins. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all three levels. If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Now, here's Banchero. And Harris will pull it down. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Pistons. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Oh, softly lays it in.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Wagner with a screen for Suggs. The three doesn't go.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Harris. Banchero vacuums it in. Orlando's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. From outside, Cunningham pulls it down. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 10-2 run here. It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Bain. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Suggs outside. 5 to shoot. Banchero a screen on Cunningham. Cunningham pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now Duren. Oh, the dunk.
And a timely make from Duren. They really needed that one.
The Magic trail by 4. Right side Bain. And it doesn't go. And here are the Pistons. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Now Cunningham. And that one falls.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he misses the J.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Carter comes in with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Well, those are huge points. Carter Jr. steady as they come.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Outside, Bain. Count it!
And the playmaking of Banchero. At 6'10", he really has a guard skill level.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. And so here's Orlando. Now Banchero. The 3 is off. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And so the Pistons take the win. People were writing their obituary before this game, but this win cast the series in a whole new light now.
And listen, they've still got to win 2 more. But after seeing how they performed tonight, is there any doubt, Kevin, they're capable of it? I mean, we could be in the midst of a major comeback.
No doubt at all. You're right. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tobias Harris.